You're going to need a bigger boat. What's up? Rob here, Old City Vapors, back with another episode of Weird Wednesday. Hmm. Still rocking the Goblin on the IPv3. Have some home brewed juice in there that is mighty tasty. Uh, this episode of Weird Wednesday isn't a typical kind of Weird Wednesday video, but hey, it's Weird Wednesday. I'm the one doing it, so I can kind of do what I want, I guess. Um, I've been in or around the water my entire life. Live here in St. Augustine. St. Augustine is a coastal town right on the Atlantic Ocean. Um, I've been surfing since I was a little tiny kid, fishing since I was an even tinier kid. Grew up fishing, surfing, boating, just always been on the water, always lived right by the water my entire life. Seen a lot of strange things happen in, on, and around the water. and if this has been on my mind all this since the weekend. I've thought about it, and it's just been bugging me. Um, and I feel weird about talking about it in a way. And I hope I don't offend anyone, which is a possibility. And I'll just go ahead and say I apologize if certain people see this and are offended by it. Um, but if any of you know, there's a website called osearch.org, and it's OCEARCH, not with an S. It's a website that tracks large, big sharks. A great many of them are great white sharks. And the sites, I've been watching it, checking on it for the last several years now. And a lot of people say there's no great white sharks in Florida. No, there is. Not that they're here 24/7 year round, but they come through this area almost every year. Um, great whites are typically, up north, colder water. But being up north, it gets cold. It gets damn cold. So it seems that they like to travel. And it is amazing how many miles that these large fish, sharks, whatever, can swim over a given time. I mean, you can go to the website and see the tracking and see all of this stuff for yourself. And you see just how many thousands of miles these creatures can actually go. What else do they have to do? That's what they do is swim and eat, um, and I guess poop. But uh, checking this website, uh, the biggest shark, one of the biggest ones, her name is Mary Lee, and she's just over 16 feet and like 3,500 pounds, or right at it. That is one big ass shark. Hence the quote from Jaws at the beginning, "You're gonna need a bigger boat." Yeah, I mean that's like right out of the movie. That's one big shark. Uh, there's another one. Her name is Catherine, and she's not as big as Mary Lee. She's only 14 and a half feet and 2,500 pounds, or right at it. I think the last measurement was 14 feet 2 inches or something like that. And anyway, that I'm on Facebook this past weekend, and I see one of my friends posted, Catherine's in the area, so I'm checking the website, and sure enough, Catherine is right in our local area, just kind of in between Jacksonville and Ponte Vedra Beach. Came right, like, closer to the shore than most of these big sharks ever come, or at least the tracked ones come, I should say. Um, just so happens the next post I see, and this is where my demented Weird Wednesday mind turns to the dark side. Um, and again, I apologize if this offends certain people that might see it. But the next post I look at is about a missing kayaker off Jacksonville Beach. I'm reading the article. This young guy, I believe he's 22 years old. I'd have to go back and look to make sure, but right around there, early 20s, uh, has been missing since he was last seen Friday night. Rented a kayak from the university where he attends, and he's gone. I haven't been able to find him. The Coast Guard's been searching for him. Friends and family have been searching for him. Um, I think the Coast Guard now. I mean, this has been since Saturday. It's now Wednesday, and I know there's a lot of people still searching for this guy. I think the Coast Guard may have called off the search, their search, anyways. I'm not sure on that, but hopefully they find this guy alive, and well somewhere. Maybe he just went on a bender or something. And, he's been partying at his friend's house in Jacksonville Beach or something. Who knows? Doesn't seem like that kind of guy from everything I read about him. Uh, Nobody saw him since Friday evening sometime. He's supposed to go kayaking Saturday morning. He didn't show up for church. He plays drums, didn't show up for church Sunday morning, and people were asking about him. Nobody's seen him, so they started searching, filed a missing persons thing on him. Like I say, hopefully they find him somewhere. Um, but my thoughts, it's been bugging me ever since I saw that this past weekend. And I feel weird about thinking it or talking about it. I've mentioned it to a few friends, and they're like, you know, as demented as it sounds, it is a possibility. And I haven't really, none of the news media or anything has mentioned this that I've seen, anyways. Um, like I say, it's been bugging me all week. If you go look at the tracking on Catherine, you can see where she came right up to the coastline, closer than most any of the other track sharks have ever been to the coastline. Very, very close to the shoreline. And then makes a sudden turn and beelines it straight out to sea, almost to the ledge, which is like 40 miles or so off the coast. I saw that and I was like, well, that's a little strange. Now, she's turned, she's come back closer to, came through kind of off St. Augustine. I think right now she's down in Daytona area somewhere. Let me pull it up and see real quick. Yeah, it looks to be just south of here now. Um, just saying, not saying that's what happened to this guy. If it did, I mean, it's a horrific thing to even to be thinking about. But that's just the way my mind always seems to go to the dark side for some reason. Uh, if that's what happened to this guy, maybe the upside of it is maybe he went doing something he really enjoys. You know, I guess there's always a good side to every story, hopefully, or maybe you can find one. I don't know. Either way, the guy's been missing. He's still missing. No sign of the kayak. No sign of him. They did find his car, empty car, in the parking lot at the beach. Um, pretty, pretty coincidental. If you saw that movie Jaws, they didn't want to like mention anything about a shark attack because it's a tourist town, which St. Augustine, Jacksonville Beach, Ponte Vedra even. It's kind of a, not so much Ponte Vedra, but Jacksonville, St. Augustine especially, tourist town. One of my friends today mentioned maybe they have found the kayak somewhere or parts of it, and they're not telling us everything. I kind of laughed and I was like, nah, but maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that's what's been clunking around in my medulla oblongata brainal area for since the weekend. I can't stop thinking about that. Um, family and friends of this guy, I mean, they got to be just freaking out. I can't even imagine that. And, you know, what do you say? I don't know. Um, it is what it is, I guess. But that's just been what's going through my head is it's awful peculiar, coincidental that this almost 14 and a half foot, 2,500 pound great white shark was right in that same area the same day that this guy went missing and then makes a beeline straight out to sea and has now come back closer to the coastline. Um, like I say, man, I've been around sharks. I've caught sharks, nowhere near that big, but I've caught plenty of, 4 or 5, even a 6 foot shark, and they're pretty much a handful to deal with. So I can't imagine being a typical story. I was out fishing one day in my boat by myself. Got a little 15-foot boat, I'm out in the ocean. I'm like 2 miles off the coast. I was fishing for kingfish. If anybody knows what kingfishing is, it can go from the most boring fishing you've ever experienced to in a split second, all hell breaks loose, and it's the most exciting thing type of fishing you've ever experienced. Uh, and that was kind of the way this day was. I went out early in the morning, uh, was bored out of my skull, caught some fish. It turned on, then it shut down again. It was like the fish just vanished. Nothing. So I just got my little trolling motor going, and I'm cruising, and I'm actually sitting there, no shirt on, just a pair of board shorts. Had my lines out, and stopped the boat, and was just sitting there. Decided to get something to eat, and before that, I jumped overboard because I was hot. It's the middle of summer, man. It was hot, and jumped overboard, and I'm swimming around, kind of looking at the bottom of my boat. I'm out a couple miles offshore. No big deal, perfectly calm. Water's nice and fairly clear for that time of the year. Uh, I look, and here comes a boat hauling butt over to me. And I recognize the boat. I know who it is. It's one of my friends. He's a little bit older than me. He's been fishing his entire life. He's a commercial fisherman and never gets excited about anything. This guy is usually just deadpan, you know. Talking to him is almost hard at times. He's freaking out. He's like, "Get in the boat, get in the boat, get your ass in the boat." He's freaking out, all animated, all excited. And I'm, what? And he's like, "Dude, get in the boat. I just saw the biggest hammerhead shark I've ever seen in my entire life." And I'm like, "Oh, where were you? Down, off here, off the so and so house?" And he's like, "No, it was like 100 yards over there. Get your ass in the boat now." When he said that, I got my ass in the boat very, very quickly. And yeah, he's freaking out. And like I say, this guy never gets excited about anything. I've been fishing with him when it's just been absolutely batshit crazy, and he is just like a robot. He was freaking out, so it kind of alarmed me. And so yeah, I got in the boat, and a little bit later on, I saw that shark he was talking about, and he was not exaggerating. It was big. It was big. Like I say, my boat's 15 feet, and it could have been every bit as big as that. I mean, the thing was freaking huge. Maybe like looking down the barrel of a gun, it always seems bigger, but I may be exaggerating, but this was one big ass shark that I saw. So I know they're out there. And I know I'm glad I got out of the water just in case. um, Pretty much end the fishing. Who knows? Could be why there was no fish around because this big ass shark was there trying to eat them all. I don't know. Anyways, uh, he saw it, I saw it, and then we left. Um, so I know that there are some extremely large sharks off the coast here. This one, like, just go to the website, look at it. You can track them, you can see where they've been. There's tons of them. For all those people that say there's no great whites in Florida, you're wrong. Definitely wrong. Um, anyway, that's what's been on my brain since the weekend. I've been thinking about it. I've had a couple of discussions, and like I say, I feel kind of guilty about even thinking that this shark may have grabbed this guy. But if in fact that's what happened, what are you gonna do? I don't know. She is tagged. I guess if they really wanted to, or if somebody pursued it, they could go find where she is, catch her, and uh, see what's inside her. I don't know. I hate to go there. I feel bad for the family, extremely bad, because I know how I would feel if that was, one of my loved ones or something that went missing. So hopefully I don't offend anybody with that thought, but I just that's what I've been thinking about. It's Weird Wednesday, and I'm rambling, and there you go. That's my thoughts. Uh, do I think that's what happened? I don't know for sure, but I kind of am leaning that way. I hope I'm totally wrong, but if I'm not, remember, you heard it here first. Ah, man, that's just even worse. Can't believe I just said that. But hey, it is what it is. Anytime I go out in the ocean, I'm not afraid of sharks. I have a few friends that I ain't going nowhere near the ocean. There's sharks there, And people, when I lived out on the river, I would go paddleboarding in the creeks and canals, and you're crazy. There's alligators in there. Yeah, there's shitloads of alligators in there, and moccasins and all kinds of stuff. But I, I'm not. I won't say that I'm afraid of them because yeah, if an alligator came at me, I'd probably be shitting my pants. But I've seen them out there. I've been on my paddleboard and paddled by them. I've had moccasins swim by me. Rattlesnakes, yeah, they do swim, even in salt water. Had that happen. Uh, you know, push them away with my paddle or whatever. And it's just I've grown up that way, so I'm not like afraid to go in the water. Um, but that's not saying bad shit can't happen. The way I look at it is I'm going in their yard. I'm pissing in their pool. So if they want to get me out of there, they can obviously do it one way or another. So, as being a surfer, we always refer to the sharks that we see as, the men in gray suits. They're out there. Luckily, they're not all as big as Mary Lee and Catherine and Lydia and all these other ones that are being tracked, but they're definitely there. So that's all I'm going to say. Hope they find this guy. partying down the beach with a drink in his hand and a girl by his side and having a good time. But there you go. There you have it. Now you know what I've been thinking about for the last few days. I think about this and think about that and do this and do that, and then that pops into my head, and I go and I track where the shark's at. I'm weird. What can I say? That's why I do Weird Wednesdays, because I'm freaking weird, and I think about weird stuff like that all the time. So, and that's not even the weirdest stuff I think about, unfortunately. So there you go. There you have it. Now you know my story for today. Just got a bottle of Boba's Bounty, brand new. Look at that. Only had a few drips taken out of it. Got it in the tugboat right here. Man, still love my Boba's Bounty. My wife ordered this actually, and came in the mail today. She's not home yet, so I dipped into it. Hope she won't mind. Good stuff. Anyways, that's it. I'm out of here. More to talk about later on. I'm going to make, I know I've said this 100 times, and you guys probably don't believe me, and I apologize for not going through with it. Tomorrow, I have the day off. I'm going to make a solid effort to, I even have my video cameras right over there, charging them up. So they're going to be good to go. I got the day off tomorrow. I plan on trying to do a little fishing, maybe. And I plan on going and taking my video cameras out. And next week's Weird Wednesday will be from some other location other than here in the Vape Lair. So there you go. There you have it. Wish me luck on that. And I'm out of here. Talk to you guys later. Thanks, as always, for watching. And we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. Ooh, a text message. Could it be from Catherine?